Now, this time, let's talk about the second article, which is Trends of English as Medium Instruction in Science Learning, Review and Bibliometric Analysis. Now, let's talk about its abstract. This research aims to find new ways of teaching science by providing an extensive bibliometric literature review on English as Medium Instruction, or EMI, in science classroom. Now, these research use a total of 996 that were retrieved from published or perished software with a Google Scholar database. Now, the selected articles were organized using a reference manager software, namely Zotero. The data were then classified and visualized using VOS Viewer software. Now, this review provides an appropriate reference point for further research on English as a teaching intermediate, EMI, in science classroom. The results show that EMI has the potential to be implemented as a teaching medium and non-native English speaker countries. The bilingual EMI teaching strategy can be developed as a strategy to build mastery of concepts as well as English communication skills for non-native English students in Indonesia. Introduction. The use of English as the language of instruction in schools aims to support the development of a generation of Indonesians who are reliable, competitive, and able to collaborate globally. Dickness 2006. This happens because most of the literatures and academic articles from around the world are generally available in English, one of which is material for the field of education, Sukardi et al. 2021. Patona and Irawan 2020 revealed that the use of English as the language of instruction in schools is one of the reforms in the field of teaching that has a futuristic mission in equipping the young generation of Indonesia with subject competence and language competence. The trend of using English as the language of instruction in schools was popular in Indonesia in the early 2000s, along with the issuance of government policies through UUSPN 2003, Article 50, Paragraph 3, related to international-oriented implementation education programs. EMI is broadly defined as the use of English to teach academic subjects in a country or jurisdiction where the first language or the mother language of the majority of the population is not English. Sorlock and Grifflips 2018. Thus, Indonesia tried to implement EMI in their curriculum, but it cannot be separated from the government policy of opening the International Standard School Pioneer Rintisan Sekolah Bestandar International RSBI program. However, after the disbandment of the RSBI program in early 2013, with the issuance of the Constitutional Court, EMI seemed to disappear immediately. So let's talk about its method, the general background of research. This bibliometric research method adopts the five-step method developed by Tranfield et al. 2018, namely determining search keywords, collecting initial search results, defining search results, compiling initial data statistics, and analyzing data. Now, this method was used to provide a systematic overview of the existing comprehensive body of literature of the use of EMI, the field of education, Nische et al. 2021, Peric Soto et al. 2022. Therefore, it is important to use a solid and widely accepted method to reduce bias and increasing reliability and validity. Procedures and data analysis. The first step is to conduct a literature search with the keywords English as medium, instruction in science class. Google Scholar was chosen because it is the largest database, and Publish or Perish was chosen because it proved to be the most effective way to search for articles on GS Huda et al. 2020. The second step is to do a special search in the time range 2005 to 2021. A total of 996 articles in the journal were found in the initial search. The results are compiled in the research information system format to include all important article information such as paper title, author name, and affiliation, abstract keywords, and preferences. The third step is to filter and select articles in GS. Proceeding of international seminars, book reviews, book subchapters, and opinions in the mass media are not selected. The filtered data is then stored in the form of IRS file and imported into the Zotero bibliographic tool. The fourth step is to revise the data contained in the RIS. At the initial stage, it is necessary to ensure the completeness of the components of the journal article, which contains the year of publication, volume number, and pages. The components are checked and the necessary information is changed if the available data is incomplete. The fifth step is to do a bibliometric analysis with publish or perish software. To obtain a visualization of the bibliometric network, Voss Viewer software is used, which can work efficiently in providing a variety of interesting visual analysis and investigations. Voss Viewer can also create publication maps, author maps, or journals map based on co-citation networks or build keywords maps based on shared networks. Okay, now this time, let's talk about its findings. So the results of bibliometric analyses using POP software show that of the 996 journal articles on GS for the 2005 to 2021 publication year, the number of citation is 21,996 for the keywords EMI in science class. So the average citation per year is 1,374.75, while the average citation per article is 22.08. Now this indicates that the EMI in science class themes still have the potential to be further developed for various research purposes. Complete data related to bibliometrics can be seen in Figure 1, and then the researcher tries to present the most relevant contributions in this research. Now the steps taken were to take articles with the keywords English as medium, instruction, and science class, which had the highest citations scores, 10 top articles cited, as presented in Table 1. Now, the articles that were cited the most were indexed in the reputation category, a very good journal. And the keywords and titles presented also have very good visibility and are eye-catching so that they're easily accessible to information seekers. The 10 articles with the highest citations in Table 1 indicate that their research focus is on the practice of using EMI in teaching, including science in countries such as Malaysia, China, Hong Kong, Italy, and Sweden. Now, these articles describe in detail how English is used as a medium of instruction in a country where the mother tongue is not English. Of course, the decision to use EMI has been studied in detail with sustainable futuristic goals, including supporting policies. The articles also present facts, data, targets, and reflections related to the EMA program. One article even mentions that multilingualism is one of the strategies used in adapting to the difficulties of using EMI. In conclusion, EMI has the opportunity to be developed as a teaching medium in non-native English speaker countries because it produces superior outputs. Many non-English countries used English as the medium for their teaching, whereas some of those countries originated from Southeast Asia and they have implemented the use of EMI in their curriculum. The results of bibliometric mapping and documents analysis show that the bilingual EMI teaching strategy has the opportunity to build mastery of concept as well as English communication skills for non-native English students in Indonesia. Now, this research shows the potential of using the bilingual EMI teaching strategy by giving science-related keywords for students in English while using Indonesian language for the for the language of instruction. Now, thus, it is recommended for government to improve the implementation of EMI in Indonesia, since EMI can help increase the students' understanding on the study of concept, as well as improving their English communication skills.